Hello and good morning. Happy Thursday, everybody. I am 37 weeks now, and so today I'm going to go over what oils and supplements I have packed away in my hospital bag. So I'm going to split it up a little bit just because the oils that I brought the first time around, when I didn't know what was really going to happen, were a little bit different than the ones that I'm going to bring this time around. So I will quickly touch on maybe first time deliveries as well as vaginal deliveries. Those will kind of fall into the same, and then knowing that you're going to have a C-section, I'll kind of cover. There's just a few different ones, but nothing too drastic. So for the vaginal deliveries, the things that I used actually when I was in the hospital. So the first three that I used were Valor, Aromaseas, and Panaway. And these three I used for back pain or any kind of discomfort through my contractions and things like that. So I had these three in combination that my sister-in-law were continuously applying to my back and my feet during my contractions and while we were going through the waiting process of having things move along when I was in the hospital. So these three are great for pain to bring along. And then as far as getting yourself to progress as far as dilating, the one that I used was Clary Sage. I actually started using this one, I think, right after my 37-week appointment. I started using it along with jasmine and geranium to kind of help move things along, if you might say. So I had, my husband would give me foot massages, and then I also had my sister-in-law who took time out of her day, gave me a foot massage, did pressure points with these oils as well. And then my cousin also helped do that. And actually, I think it was a Monday, a Wednesday that I had been massaged, and then Friday my water broke. So for those of you, getting into those later weeks, 38, 39 weeks, feel free to use those to try and progress things along. And then another one that I had on hand was Energy. I diffused this when I felt needed, but otherwise I usually just inhaled it or put it on my shoulders. I never actually got to the pushing phase, so I never really felt extremely exhausted except for just, the fact that it was a long day. And your husband or significant other might take advantage of using the Energy as well. What I used for emotional support while in the hospital was Believe, which I didn't grab that one. And then I also used Valor and Joy. So I would just apply, I think before I even left the house, I had applied these. And then once I got to the hospital, I applied them again. And then, through the day, I applied them again. Or I had somebody apply them to me, which was nice that I had, my husband was there, but I also had my sister-in-law there, so she was very good at doing that. And then, of course, I also had my diffuser along. I brought this one. At the time, it was the only one that I had, but I actually liked it, and so I diffused this one. What I diffused right away was the Thieves in the Purification, just to help cleanse the air, get any nasty germs, things like that out. And so I like to do that right away when I get there. And then throughout the rest of the day, I diffused Peace and Calming for the most part the entire day and night and throughout my entire stay there. So those were great. Once I started to have contractions and I was trying to progress things along more, Jasmine was the one that my husband rubbed around my ankles, and then I also rubbed on my abdomen, lower abdomen, to help strengthen the contractions. And then I did use the lavender when needed, just to help with any kind of discomfort that I was having. Lang Lang, I brought it along, but I don't think I ever used this one. You can use it to increase relaxation and to slow rapid breathing. I just never really got to that point, so I never used this one. So as far as the labor, pre-labor and labor part of it goes, I guess those would be the main ones that I would bring along. Peppermint might also be another one that you'll need. I needed this one more towards when I was going into surgery for nausea, but if you are experiencing any kind of nausea, peppermint would be great to keep on hand as well. So after birth, a few of them that I had used was Gentle Baby, and I used this on my abdomen just to kind of help soothe things. It had been a long, rough day, so I needed some relief. Gentle Baby was great. And then the Clariderm spray is one that those of you who do the vaginal deliveries will want on hand. You just spray it directly to the area, and it helps to soothe and heal any kind of burning or irritation down there. So it's a great one to have. I would definitely make sure you have it before you go in. And then Joy was just another one that I applied as often as I could remember, just to help with that emotional balance. As well as I would apply this one right before nursing, just over my heart, not over the actual nipple area, but just over my heart, just to help with the bonding with the baby. So those were a few that I used after birth. And then for baby, what I have already made up is Peace and Calming, and this one will just be for the calming effects. I'll just probably rub it on the bottom of the feet, or if baby's crying a lot, things like that, just to help calm everybody down. And then I have the Gentle Baby to help with bonding. So this again can go on shoulders or the bottom of the feet. And I have everything pre-diluted, ready to go. And then the Digize is one that I use right away. As soon as possible, when I get back to my room, I will just take this and rub it on the bottom of the feet to help with jaundice, to help to prevent jaundice. And then frankincense, we just took the bottle and did 1 drop on the crown of the head and just rubbed it in and did a little anointing. So the frankincense was great for that. It's also good for, we put a drop a day or sometimes a few times a day on the umbilical cord to help it heal faster and better, and it usually will fall off a little bit quicker too. And then Valor was one that I took. I don't have it in a roll-on, but I need to get it in a roll-on. This is one that I use right after baby usually comes out as well, just to help with the alignment and balancing the energies, things like that. So I really like to make sure that I get Valor on them right away. And then I do have Fennel here. I don't think I used this one the last time, but if there's any kind of pooping issues, Fennel and Peppermint you might want to have pre-diluted in a roll-on. Digize will help as well, so between those 3, just make sure that you're prepared. So that kind of is it as far as baby goes. And like I said, I was diffusing the entire time, so feel free to diffuse whatever you think you're going to need at that time. Change it up as often as you feel. whatever's going to make you guys comfortable, really. So as this time around, knowing that I'm going to have a C-section, the two that I just really absolutely will not go without is helichrysum and frankincense. So right after surgery, I will be taking these, and either I will be putting them on or my husband right on my incision and my lower abdomen, just to help with the healing process, as well as the helichrysum will help stop any kind of bleeding that I may be experiencing. So those are two must-haves. And then of course the Peace and Calming, I'll make sure that I have, probably Diffuse. I'll be wearing it. Joy, that's another one I will make sure that I have. Valor for the anxiety before surgery, as well as maybe during. We'll see how it goes. And then I will make sure that I do have the peppermint this time around, just because I knew that I got nauseous before surgery last time, so I will make sure that I have this, and I'll just inhale it and probably put like a drop on my tongue before I go into surgery. Lavender, I'll make sure that I keep this one handy for any kind of issues with baby, skin issues at all. I'll make sure that I have this one, as well as for me, any kind of skin irritation on the abdomen, and just to be able to sleep and relax. I'll make sure that I bring the lavender. And I will, again, diffuse the Thieves and the Purification in my room once I get in there. And then Stress Away is one that I will keep mostly for my husband. I would say I'll have him put it on, or I'll probably have him put it on before surgery. And then, you know, I have the same roll-ons for baby this time. Didn't really change that up too much. Fennel is one that is in my son's diaper bag right now, but I will be bringing that one as well. I will start taking that one internally just to help increase my milk supply, help bring it in a little bit faster, things like that. So as far as the oils, that pretty much covers what I will keep on hand. So, I mean, it's a lot of the same oils used for different purposes. The only difference really is if you're going to do vaginal delivery, you know, going through the progression of moving things along, you're going to use a few different oils, and then as far as pain and things like that. So, Copaíba might be one that I'll bring too, just for after surgery to help with any kind of pain. Maybe I'll make up a morphine balm too. I think those two things would be good. So as far as supplements go, I will make sure that I have my Omega Gies with me. This is going to help with postpartum, as well as once baby is born, it takes all your omega-3s from you, so you want to make sure that you replenish those. So I will be taking about 8 a day of these, so I'll make sure I have those. And then my Life 5, I will most likely up it after surgery, make sure that I get all that good bacteria back into my gut, so I'll probably be taking 2 to 3 a day of the Life 5. And then I like to start on the Allerzyme right away as well. So this is just an enzyme that I like to take after surgery. So this will be something that I will take throughout until baby is probably done nursing or on a bottle. So up until probably a year, I'll make sure that I take the Allerzyme to help digest the foods. It helps to prevent cradle cap, things like that. So it's very good for you and baby. And then because I will be nursing, the two kinds of nipple creams that I've used Tender Tush for nipple cream before, and I absolutely love it. I just stocked up on it, so I'm super excited. And then also what's worked for me is this. It is Earthy Mama Natural Nipple Butter. I have a bunch of these as well. So I'll make sure that I have these in my bag because you'll need them the first couple days for sure. And then I'll also have my Nitro, my Ninja Red, because it'll be about 3 days that I'll be there. And then the Lavaderm spray is something that I do like to bring just in case if I have any kind of irritation with my incision or with my abdomen at all, if it gets super dry, things like that. So instead of the Clariderm, if you do a vaginal, I like the Lavaderm for C-section. You could, if you do a vaginal birth, you could do the both of these. The combination would probably be great. And then I will just bring a little bottle of my carrier oil along just in case if I need it. But other than that, I think that is about it. This is the bag that, you know, I'll put everything in. It's kind of quite large, but, you know, I'll just put all my oils and supplements back in here. I have my diffuser already in my bag. So yeah, I think that's about it. We're pretty well ready to rock and roll. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment below or send me a personal message. And I look forward to doing my next video, which I think will be with baby, but I'm not really sure. So stay tuned. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.